Okay, I think we are live. So, hi everybody, and today I have an extremely special guest. This lady is someone who is one of my absolute favorite people in the entire world. Her name is Lucia Pestana, and we're just going to go right to it. Lucia, tell us a bit about you, introduce yourself, tell everybody about the amazing things that you do in the world.
Hi, so thank you very much, Nolene, and you are absolutely one of my favorite people in the world too. So I'm really excited to be here today. And yeah, what is it that I do? So I am a HR professional by career. That's what I've been doing for the last 10 years. I am a career coach, and this is what I've been doing for the past year as I started my business after being made redundant. And I'm also a business development person, professional. And what is that all about? So basically, I've combined everything that I've learned over the last 10, 15 years of my career, and I really brought it all together. And I think that my passion for HR, which developed to career coaching and developed as well to business development, from working so many years in operations, really brings all of my talents out into the world. My business is called Pestana's HR and Coaching, and that's where that's the umbrella for all of the things I do. And I think most importantly, I am a catalyst for transformation in the workplace, but also in people's lives. I work with them through the work route, but I know that I actually do a lot more work as well on their personal life. And I think that I help them achieve great transformation for themselves. And yeah, that's what I do in a nutshell.
Wow, I love the work you do. And literally, like anybody listening here, please go and check out Lucia. I would say I would use the word trailblazer. Like, she is literally a trailblazer in her industry. Many of you know I come from corporate background myself. Obviously I work for myself now, but I always say to Lucia, I wish I had you around when I was working in corporate, because I probably would have been a lot happier in the jobs I was in if I'd had you, by my side guiding me. So yeah, do go and check her out. And also I have actually worked with Lucia on the business development side. I did a fabulous program with her recently called Business Detox, which I think hopefully you're going to run again, Lucia, because if you do, oh my God, you should definitely check it out. And I'll actually leave all the links, if you don't mind as well, Lucy, if you could give us all the links, I'll leave everything down below for everybody to check out as well. So today we were here to talk about Lucia and her experience in the Charismatic Impactful and Unforgettable on Camera group program. Lucia has been one of the amazing students in there over the last few weeks. And yeah, Lucia, if you could just tell us first and foremost, like, what was it inspired you to join the program? And how were you feeling before you joined? Like, how were you feeling about how you showed up on video?
Okay. I've always felt that I had certain confidence. I actually built that confidence, and not for long ago. I only started building my video presence online since last year June, when I launched my my program Career Champions, which later turned into a show that was called Career Champions the Show. And I've run that program for the whole year. And with that program, I was at least on video once a week, and my confidence on video definitely grew. However, when it came, a few weeks before I started the course, one of the persons who is my coach has asked me to do a video testimonial. And, me recording video, live video is fine, but me recording video, it's a bit of a challenge, because my perfectionism kicks in. And when that perfectionism kicks in, I can do the same recording 10, 20 times, and I will never be happy with it. And then at that point, I remember actually, sending a message to my coach, and I said to her, like, you know what? I'm having this block. I don't think the video looks good. Do you have any recommendations on how I could look naturally on video? And, I didn't hear from her, because I think that the email or the video I've sent got really lost in translation. And what happened was that then you were launching this program, and I was like, oh my God, I'm asking my coach, but I have someone that actually does this for a living. So I might as well, contact you and get into it. And I think that was, primary, the thing that really, really kicked me into wanting to join the program. And I can tell you, hand on heart, that it definitely helped me to do that and to have a lot more confidence with recording the videos.
I just love what you said there, because perfectionism is probably one of the, I would say, the top 2 reasons why people don't show up on video, or if they are showing up, there's still so much perfectionism there. I know for myself as well, that was something that, and I call myself a recovering perfectionist. But yeah, that was something definitely was a big deal for me. And I feel it's either one or the other. Like for you, for example, you felt more comfortable doing the lives, and the perfectionism kicked in for you when you were doing the recordings. Whereas there's also people on the other side. This was what I was on, where I was doing the recordings because that was my perfectionism, was like, then I can get it perfect, which it never is. And then I didn't do the lives because if I do a live, it won't be perfect. So I feel there's 2 sides to that coin, but it's still ultimately the same thing, isn't it? People have perfectionism. And what because I would love to touch more on this now, actually, what you said, because my next question would be, what has your, how has the program helped you basically? Like, could you tell us about some of the results you've achieved so far? I know definitely there's one at the top of my mind, but I would love for you to tell you, because I have seen how much you have, like, so quickly, like your confidence has grown. Your videos are completely different in such a short space of time. But I'm going to allow you to tell us this yourself.
Yeah, I think that the first thing that really changed and really impacted quite a lot, because I think that when we had our first mastermind in the group, I think that was the most powerful thing I have experienced. And I tell you why. On that same day, after our call, I actually had a live, I was doing a live training on Zoom on my LinkedIn group. And the way after the call and the way I showed up for that live training, I was transformed. I was a different person. I was actually I was on fire. Literally on fire. And then after that, what happened is, from that call, one of the people who attended the course then reached out and wanted to work with me. And I think that came from, obviously I felt like a different person running that event that I run, quite regularly. But secondly, I think that my energy on that day and the way I powerfully presented myself on video, because it was on Zoom, still on video, it really helped me connect to people at a very different level than I did before. And for that reason, I mean, I think that on that first day alone, I think that the program for me was so much worth it. And that, I think, is the one experience that really stands out for me.
I just love that so much. And, could you just tell people as well, because obviously I know the answer to this, but tell people like what was different. Did you have like different lighting? Did you have different camera or anything like that? Or what was it?
There was nothing to do with the lighting. I always have a ring light, which just helps balance out the light. I always stand next to the window. So there was nothing to do with lighting. There was nothing to do with my makeup. I did apply my makeup, and I had learned how to apply my makeup with you before as well, because when I did my photo shoot, I actually learned how to do that with you. And then I think the only thing that changed was my confidence and the way I introduced myself. And that confidence was actually built through that call. It was like, I think that there was so many things that you said that actually clicked on my mind. And it was all about myself owning that stage, myself owning my story, and the way I presented that story just came out so powerfully that really, it just inspired confidence, and it just inspired trust. And that was what really did it for me. It was nothing to do with the makeup, although I knew how to do my makeup, but it was most definitely something that came from within. It was core confidence for sure.
Oh, I love that so much. This is the thing. And for anybody listening to this, like so many times people say to me, or they see courses out there, they've taken courses. I did this too. I was taking courses about learning how to, make videos on Instagram and Facebook, and, how do you get captions and editing and all that. And none of that still mattered because I still didn't show up. And I see this as well with people, or maybe they are showing up, but there's their confidence is still off. Something is, you can tell the energy is still off with the person when they're on video. And I love that you have actually said that, and this was what was helped you as well, because you now know it's none of that other stuff. Nobody is buying from somebody based off they had a great, the quality of the camera looked great in the lighting, or the captions or the editing. Nobody buys from that. They buy from you and the energy you're giving off. That's what magnetizes. I know, certainly, I mean, if somebody here has bought based on that, tell me, but I don't know anybody. I certainly have never had. I've always bought based off the person, and not even what they're saying sometimes, but how they're saying it, like, and the confidence that's coming across, So yeah, I really love that. And that clearly worked for you as well, because obviously you got a client out of that too. So I just love that. And then I have just a couple of quick questions for you as well, Lucia, before I let you go. So what would you say that makes the Charismatic Impactful and Unforgettable program stand out?
There are many things. I love the challenges, because the challenges are really designed to help different areas of the way you look off, and different ways where you can actually find confidence in selling, or find confidence in actually, loving yourself a bit more as well. Because, when you have that understanding and liking the things that you have and the things that you do, when you're building that core confidence, it really comes out, and it really is noticeable for other people, how you can see the shift in people's energy. Also, another thing I loved when we did a challenge, or when we talked about something, how you challenged us to go deeper and further into our experience. And I think those personal challenges really helped me, come out of my shell even more. And I think that's really amazing.
Wow, I love that. I love that. Yeah, the challenges are fun, aren't they? They're definitely not, I would say, not easy, but they do challenge you, don't they? That's hence the word challenge, I guess. And then one of my last questions really is, what would you say to somebody that maybe is considering joining the program, but is perhaps on the fence at the moment?
Okay, I think in hindsight, if I was to think, that I was doing videos, I was running a successful show for a year, and I would probably assume, oh, I'm good, I can do video. Okay. Having said that, is that I've learned actually a lot more from your training than just the perfectionism of showing yourself on video. And I think that value is priceless, because even if you think you know everything, we never do. We never do. There is always areas where we can improve. And, because you launched me the challenge of me to do, that testimonial again, and you really, challenged me to go and look at what I saw that was not perfect. That really built my confidence to go and do it again, and really send it to my coach. And, from a really place of, really wanting to do this for her, but also, coming from my heart and feeling confident that, yeah, I can do this, and I can actually look natural on my videos, rather than if I'm reading for a teleprompter or something like that. So I believe that you're never too old to learn, and also don't think you know everything, because there is always a silver lining in every training. but also, you know, where I might have looked to people that I was confident on video, there was like this little gremlin in my head that actually told me I wasn't. And, you know, going out there and really addressing it definitely helped me in my own personal growth, also my video confidence, but also I know that, you know, tomorrow, the next day, I will take all of this learning, I will keep on expanding on it and getting better and better, so that I can actually bring to my clients a better version of myself. And because I'm working online and I'm working on video all the time, you know, it is very important that I master that. But I'm mastering not just only being, you know, magnetizing, charismatic, I'm also building that core confidence to be showing up on video and be able to do it more often as well. So I highly recommend this program, you know, short and simple. You're never too old to learn new tricks. And, you know, you can always get more than what you think you're going to get.
I just love that so much. You are absolutely spot on. I mean, even I teach this. I teach video confidence, and I know I could still improve on mine. There are always new levels, as you said, to go to. You're never too old and you're never too good to learn something new. And I just love that you've said that. And I would just like to say, Lucia, just, you know, congratulations to you, because you're right. Yes, you were showing up on video before, and yes, you were really good. But even now, and I actually encourage even you, Lucia, to do this, and anybody here watching this as well. As I said, go and check out Lucia anyway. But you will even see a difference in her video, how she is showing up right now today to the videos she did like even just a month ago. There's no comparison almost, you know, and what they were good before. Now she's at an even higher level. So this is, as you said, Lucia, it's like if you want to, you know, grow and continue, you know, to grow in your business, then you need to grow personally as well, don't you? Like you have to work on yourself. And as you said as well, I love that something else you touched on, Lucia, was that this is also helping your clients. So, you know, obviously we're all here. We want to help our clients. We're in the business of actually empowering people, helping people as well in their business and life. But how we do that is also we grow, because then we're bringing them up with us as well to bring them to another level too, isn't it? So I love that you mentioned that as well. Lucia, oh, sorry, go on.
There's just one more thing I would like to add. And I think that the course really taught me this, is that when you think about camera visibility or being visible online camera, one of the things as well that I think that I've learned a lot from the course is actually how can I see that my change in energy actually turn into sales. So it is very important to understand that it's not just about looking good on video, or, you know, when you build that core confidence, you can actually turn that into sales as well. And that is just a massive win on its own.
Oh, yeah. So glad you picked up on that too, Lucy. Yes. And again, as you know, one of the other ladies in the group as well, and she's going to come and chat to us too later next week. But it was a similar situation for her, and she got, I don't want to ruin the surprise, but I'm just going to say, yeah, she got quite a good client out of being on video, but I'll let her explain all that herself. But yeah, really happy that you brought that up, because you're right, it isn't just about showing up, and it's nice that I'm showing up. It's like you're doing this for a reason, and ultimately you're doing it, you know, everybody wants to get clients, of course, because again, you know, you need that for your business, but also, you know, that's how we're going to help people as well, by actually working with them on a deeper level and not just showing up and sharing tips and things like that. So yeah, thank you for bringing that up as well, Lucia. I just want to say, first of all, a massive big thank you for being such an amazing student in the program over the last few weeks. It's been an absolute joy, pleasure, delight to have you in there. I'm so honored, you know, so thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here today as well and sharing your experience with us. Just what I'd just like to ask you now, Lucy, is could you just tell everybody where they can find you, and tell us, is there anything at the moment that you're promoting, or, you know, something that we can go and check out?
Okay, yes. So basically now I'm actually running an event which is on Zoom, and it's called Find Your Dream Job Expo. This is an event on LinkedIn. I will share the link so that you can have a look. This is an event where I'm actually guiding people through my 5 steps on how to really find your dream job. And, it involves, looking at the CV, looking at your mindset, looking at your interviewing skills, looking at LinkedIn, which is a great platform to get a job, but also, learning how to choose the employer you want to work with. So the next event is coming up on the 24th of November at 5 p.m. UK time. But I will share the link below so that you can actually have a look at it, and that you can, get engaged with it as well. And if it's not for you, or maybe you are an entrepreneur, or maybe you are a person that is not into a career, that's okay. Please do share it with any friends or family that might be in the job market, because I know how it can transform people's lives. And from the feedback I've been getting, even though they just are with me for 1 hour and a half, I know that I have impacted many people into the way and their relationship they have with the workplace. So feel free to come and have a look. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And I highly recommend, as Lucia said, even if you're an entrepreneur, everybody knows somebody who works in a job. And I actually know there's friends of mine even have been through Lucia's program who attended her events, and they have got great results from this. So please do go and share. As I said, again, most of us here, if we are entrepreneurs, we've been in a job at some point, we know what it's like. And as I said at the beginning, Lucia is a trailblazer in this. She is somebody who is ahead of the game. And this is what Lucia is doing now, and how she's teaching this is something that, is light years ahead of where it should be. But hopefully this is going to be the new norm, and she's going to be the head of this. So this is the time to get in and work with her now before she becomes super expensive, when she is so known all over the world. So this is work with her now. Okay. And also, if you work with her now, it means you can actually start, in your dream job, straight away. What's the point in waiting years for that? It doesn't have to take years, as Lucia teaches you. It can happen really quickly. And as I said, I know people who, having worked with you, it did happen for them very, very fast. So,
yeah, that's so true.
Well, thank you so much, Lucia. As I said, I will leave all the links down below for everybody as well. Anybody's got any questions or anything for myself or Lucia, please please feel free to come and ask either of us. Also, if you are considering joining Charismatic, Impactful and Unforgettable on camera, I will leave the link down below as well for that. As you've already heard Lucia's experience today, also on the page, you will also see some of the experiences from some of the other students who've been in there. Again, this is the time to be doing it. I'm probably not going to run this program again now for another 6 months anyway. So this is the time to start. There's no need, we don't need to wait for things to happen in life. Now is always the best time, isn't it? I think, what's that expression? Yesterday was the best time, but the next best time is now. So thank you again so much, Lucia. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.